or not for someone to vote, but I feel like it should be illegal for someone to run for the position of being the president of the United States of fucking America when you have absolutely no history in politics. Like, what's the history that he has in politics?
Is 0%. But here's the thing: is like we have to understand what politics is. You know what I'm saying? Politics is a rich man's game, and gain.
Yeah.
Since the beginning of its inception, it is a colonizer apparatus coming from Europe, coming from England, right? Because we were English colonies.
Yeah.
Colonized by the English, right? So this whole democratic process, this whole like by the people, has always been a room full of white men.
Yeah. And
always.
It still is.
It has never changed. Billionaires have always been, millionaires have always been the people, the Clintons, even fucking Bernie, it has money. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a white person with money. Like, this is just, it's not even, he's just a white person with money who recognizes his privilege. That's it.
That's true.
Literally the acknowledgement.
But we need to have someone like that in office, not someone like this. And it's like, I'm scared. Should we check in?
Go ahead, do check in.
Okay, I'm gonna check in. How do I flip the camera? Can I flip the camera? Okay, whatever. I'm
gonna cry.
I know, I'm scared. I'm like genuinely nervous. Okay, here we go.
I also think it's gonna probably take like a week before we really start getting the answer.
Yeah, I think we're gonna like really find out on like Friday or something like that, which sucks because I'm gonna be in fucking Oklahoma on Friday. And oh my god, okay, Biden has 244 electoral. Oh no. Then he has to, okay, it's really.
God, are we gonna get into this electoral college now? That's a lot of red. I don't like that.
The vote outstanding is not enough to make up for what he needs. That doesn't give him over 261 electoral votes. Then all of a sudden you're talking about the state of Michigan and the state of Georgia. Again, we don't think
is middle America.
A couple more hours from now.
Couple hours, they say.
The whole South, man. Look at the whole South.
Coming down to these four states right now. These four states right now. There are pathways. Oh
my god, there's so much red.
The issue is also the electoral college, though.
So the pathway for Joe Biden.
I mean, the electoral college is scary.
We need to abolish the electoral college, and we need to put in ranked choice voting for the next election. That needs to be
I fully agree. We also need to have good people, like.
That is highly unlikely. Good people don't get involved in politics because they're so gross and messy.
That's true.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, the people that are commenting about Trump. And yeah, someone said Trump really brought out the racists. Yeah, like racism was always here. It's just like Trump allowed people to like come out and not be afraid of it.
Came back. But they were here always.
No, it was always here. Like, America's always been this fucking racist. It's just like now I feel like people are starting to like open their eyes again and see like, oh wow, this is scary because they're not afraid anymore of like I feel like racist people were kind of hiding for a second, and now they're not afraid to hide anymore because they have someone in the office that's not afraid to hide that he's racist. Like, he's come out. He's also said multiple times out loud that he is against gay marriage.
Yeah, multiple times.
Multiple times he said, I am for traditional marriage. Yes, I'm against gay marriage.
I've been divorced 3 times and cheated on all my wives.
Ew, like, what a fucking gross.
I believe a man should be cheating on a woman. Traditional, baby.
Yeah, I believe in like not respecting women and just like grabbing them by the pussy whenever I want. Like, the fact that our president is someone who said that and there's literally a recording of it online.
A literal harasser.
Yeah.
Just looking at him, I know that if a child walked by him who had nice tits and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if there was a child that walked by him that looked like an adult, he would be like, oh wow, nice tits, little girl. Like, I know that. He talks like that.
And the other scary thing is, do you know how tall he is?
Like that and think like that.
I know. Do you know how tall he is?
And all of them came in with their little battalion, with their little flags, like,
with their what?
We got a champion that's not PC.
Wait, you're so right. Like that's why they were so excited when he came along. Do you know how tall Donald Trump is?
He must be like 5'4".
Yeah, that's what I thought. And then I looked it up. He's
How
like
tall is he?
6'2", which just makes it even scarier. He's really tall. And then if
Why
you
does he
look
have
up,
such
just
little
look up
dick
Donald.
energy?
If you
He
because like
probably
look at
doesn't have
him.
a big dick.
I mean, I know he has like he's packing a Tic Tac. That's it.
He's packing a Tic Tac.
Like, that's literally all that he
Packing a
gets.
Tic Tac to have all that self hatred inside of him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I actually have a theory, and
And I bet you if it's
I have a
anything
theory
larger, it's because
that
he had like
racism
penis
exists.
enlargement surgery or something like that.
I have a theory that a huge reason that racism exists and is perpetuated to this day is because of porn. Because in porn, men are taught that if they don't have big enough dicks, that they're useless, right? Even
Yeah.
though there are a lot of y'all with big dicks that are very useless. But porn teaches
True.
them that they're less, and like I've seen there's scenarios, there's stuff like porn is so fucking racist, it's disgusting.
I know porn
And
is
so
really
I have a firm belief that white men are pissed that black men can steal their white wives. That's been the whole premises of racism since the beginning of time, is that white women prefer to fuck black men. Or would prefer to fuck black men because they have a better penis.
Oh yeah,
So
I saw an interview the other day where
ergo racism.
yeah, it was this interview of this girl, I don't remember what her name is. This is this white blonde girl, and she was interviewing Russell Brand, I think, and she was like, yeah, well, like black guys have way bigger dicks. Like I'm sure a black guy's dick is like way bigger than yours. And he was like, why do you say that? And she was like, well, I mean, have you ever fucked a black guy? And she's like, so like, yeah, black guys' dicks are so big. I'm like, what the fuck are you, bitch? What are you?
What the
That is
fuck?
so.
What the
That's
fuck?
also really
Ew.
racist. Like, why is that like? That's
This is what I'm
so.
saying. It's all
What?
these like subliminal programming messages. Like, how many of us had sex ed at school? Let me know. Raise your hand.
I know, like real sex ed. I don't even
0%.
remember.
0% of us. If you went to a Catholic private school, you got 0% sex education except abstinence. If you went to a public school, you got 0% sex education except abstinence. Our
Really?
fucking generation.
Wait, do they not
grew
teach
up
it at
learning
Catholic
about
school?
sex through porn. Literally. All of us.
Wait, you're breaking up.
Oh no. Oh no. How about now?
How about now?
Is it better or no?
Oh
Better?
no. I lost you. What'd you say?
No. I just said that most of us did not get an actual sex education. We learned about sex through porn. And
Yeah, that's true.
I just really feel like that this concept of racism is super perpetuated by that. You know what I'm
Yeah, and that's
saying?
why a lot of people feel
And
like
sexism, because all women are called when they're enjoying getting fucked are whores and sluts. They call, like, if the girl is enjoying the pleasure she's being given, the dude will literally be like, oh, you're such a good little whore, you're such a good little slut.
yeah, that's true, and
You know what
that's
I'm
also
saying?
from
So
like just
automatically that
watching
programs
porn when you're
boys'
younger.
brains to be like, oh, if she enjoys sex, she's a slut. But by the way, if the girl's not enjoying the sex, it's violation and rape.
Yeah.
But
Well, that's
that's
the
what
other
we're
thing
taught.
that they teach, like, well, that porn kind of teaches young boys if that's like, I mean, I just think it's crazy that like, because there's nothing wrong with porn. Like, I watch porn, everybody watches porn, but like, there's like a specific like audience that specific porn has to specific. It's just like it's weird because like 12-year-olds are watching these like I don't even know how to explain it. It's just like I don't even know how to explain it. It's just like really gruesome shit. And then you have like erectile dysfunction because like you can only get hard. Like I'm talking about like boys specifically right now. Like maybe this happens for females too, I'm not sure, but where like you can't get hard unless if it's like this violent insane thing. And like, maybe that's fine if you find somebody that like likes that too, that's cool, but like it's really intense. It's like, why don't we just have the little Playboy magazines for the 12-year-olds right now? Instead, it's like this like insane sexual aggression.
Also,
It's like
no
really
kink shaming at
toxic.
all, because everyone to each their own, 1000%. It's not even about that so much as it is like, again, these subliminal messages, this subliminal programming that gets us into these very intense silos of thought
Yeah.
that perpetuate stereotypes, right? Because
Yeah.
all of these things are things that are just truths that are highlighted and exacerbated in porn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's just like, that's just one of the things that I feel like is influencing us majorly and influencing how angry some men are. You know what I'm saying? It's just that it goes back to societal stereotypes and standards, right? It always goes back to insecurity. Donald Trump is an insecure man.
Big time. That's
He
like
is an
a really good
insecure
word to
man. He
use.
knows he's a failure. He's been told his whole life he's a failure by his own father, which deeply damaged him. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is a man who has never known love and who has never felt adequate, which is the point.
By the way, do you know how fucking scary his parents are?
So scary.
In order to make a man like that, not even a man, I avoid calling him a man or a boy or anything because he doesn't deserve it. It's always something else. Right now, it's literal demon from hell.
Literal demon.
Because he is a literal demon from hell.
No, I think for sure on a spiritual level, there's some serious warfare going on right now. And every time I hear that man speak, I actually feel that. Like, I actually look at him and I'm like, there's somebody using your vessel, bro. Like, you.
Oh, dude, yeah, it's
cannot
scary.
Be
it's like there's no way
someone
that
said
you like
we're
really
ruled like
think
broken
about this
people.
by yourself. Like you really think of all this shit. Oh shit. It's like he's a psychopath.
He is. I mean, he just is. He's quite literally a sociopath. Like, he's very disconnected from his effect and his influence, and he uses his power and influence to harm people.
Shit. Sorry, I just dropped my phone. I'm back.
We struck some chords in the men's.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. He's a psychopath. I'm like surprised that he hasn't killed anyone.
I mean, he's not even the type to, he's a pussy. There's no way he could kill somebody. He literally, can you imagine that man in a fight? Like,
no.
For 1 second. The only thing that makes him powerful is that he has the nuke codes. Like, that's the only thing that makes that man intimidating. Like, if he had that not in his possession, like, if he was in a regular fight with somebody who could fight, like.
That he has the nuke codes? I don't even want to think about him having that. That's
He's
so
the only
scary.
one with the nuke codes. He's the only one who can make a decision about whether or not a nuke is used.
Are you serious?
Let that sink in. Yeah. I mean, let's be cool about this, though. He hasn't used it yet, so cheers.
It doesn't mean he won't.
It really doesn't mean he won't, but you know. I agree. And you know what? A lot of people are talking about Biden, too. I don't fuck with Biden either.
Really?
I personally do not fuck with Biden either. I don't think.
But you still voted for Biden.
Of course I voted for him.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's like, you don't need to fuck with Biden.
Times are way too dire right now. Because, like I say, I would rather push a centrist than a fascist. Like, I would rather hold a centrist accountable to being more progressive than to have to fight with someone who doesn't even accept truth.
I mean, it's just like the whole conversation with like Trump shouldn't even be a conversation because I just don't even understand how it's just like really upsetting to me.
Settle for Biden 2020.
What'd you say?
Say settle for Biden 2020.
Yeah, please. Like, come on. Please, guys.
Yeah. It's just like he has every single aspect of dictator. You know what I'm saying? It's like the way that his supporters support him is very like blind fascism support. You know, it's like
because they don't
I don't
even
care
know
about
what they're supporting.
that is my champion. Period.
They don't even know what they're supporting. That's why it's like so creepy.
Or they're so far down a QAnon rabbit hole that they don't even know what reality is anymore. Like they literally don't even know what reality is anymore. It's like the thing is, I don't think anybody knows what reality is anymore. I think everybody's living in their own fucking little la la land of whatever it is that they believe.
I just like, it's just like, I'm scared. Like I'm just scared. You know, I really don't know if he's gonna win. My sisters and my mother, they were like there's no way that he's gonna win again. Like he can't win again. I don't know.
The thing is that if he does win again, and this is the thing, is like if you hear Trump or his supporters talking, they're like, if we don't win, it was rigged, right? If we don't
was
win,
what?
it was rigged. They believe that if he doesn't win, that it was fake news, it's not true, he won, right? So when you think about that, and that's what he thinks as well. He's already like publicly come out and before elections are even done and been like, I won, we're not counting mail-in ballots, and I'm gonna fight at the Supreme Court about it. You know what I'm saying? So like, what we have to understand is that fascism, again, they're not going to relinquish power. They've never in history relinquished power. They have taken democracies or taken oligarchies and they have turned them into dictatorships. There's no smooth process about it. There's no democracy. There's no democratic process. This election is, to me, is like, yeah, let's try. You know, we still quote unquote have this at our disposal, the ones of us who are privileged. So let's try, right? I'm with that. But at the end of the day, if a fascist wins, we absolutely cannot blame ourselves for that. Because regardless of a democratic process being
he
involved,
rigged the first
fascists
one.
don't give up their power through democratic process, ever in history, never. If he thinks that he's supposed to be the ruler, he will be the ruler. Also, we have people in government right now in the Democratic and the Republican side, right? Because Democrats are not exempt from the way that they have enabled this fucking administration, all right? They are enabling a fascist. They refuse to take action, like hardball action, because they're so worried about being centrist and not and getting reelected that they don't have the ovaries it takes, you know what I'm saying, to really do some shit that's going to rewire this trajectory that we're on. They have failed to act multiple times in the face of what's happening right now, and it's truly alarming. And again, I talk from this like perspective that's a very pointed perspective. This is stuff that we're going to see very clearly over the next 4 years if this man is back in office.
Oh God, I'm fucking praying.
And it's not even just going to be 4 years, honey, okay? Let me tell you something. If he goes back into office, this is a dictatorship.
That's what I'm scared. That's what I'm so scared of, because like the passing of the torch is such an important part of this whole thing, and it's just not gonna happen that way. I can't believe that he's flat out said that as well. Like that's just so shocking to me.
It's not shocking to me. He's a fascist. Like, it's really not. Like, I want to be like, oh my God, I can't believe it, but I believe it. I see it. I know it. I've been seeing it. I've been talking about it. Y'all know in the comments, you guys know, if you follow me and you're here right now at 4 o'clock in the fucking, why is it 4 o'clock in the morning? Oh my God.
Is it 4? Where are you?
4 a.m. I'm in Miami.
Oh my God.
But I can't even sleep. I'm so wired. I lit my candles. I got the prayer going, like heavy.
Yeah, and keep them going for a while, because they're going to be counting the votes, because they actually want it to be a fair election this time, because last time was fucking rigged. But instead Trump is saying that this time it's rigged because they're counting votes, but they're just making sure they still have millions of votes to count. The fact, and those people that do that, like that's insane. They're literally counting individually votes. It's crazy. I'm happy that they're actually doing it this. I still don't really understand how it was like proven that it was rigged, that the like Trump being elected was rigged, how do you know that? You know? How do you find out about that? That's just insane to me. Anyway, I'm really nervous.
Yeah, I feel you. I share your energy.
And I don't know what's gonna happen.
Me neither, to be honest. I'm really at that place where like I want to believe in hope.
Yeah.
But I also deeply feel like one of America's biggest problems is our inability to confront reality
Yeah.
and to hold ourselves accountable to what's really happening and what really has happened in this country. I think that's the key problem in why we've gotten to this point, why we're even talking about all these different layers to why this is going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's going to take some serious redirection, some serious realignment with self. Like, it's going to take people waking up to their true selves and to stop living in their fucking self-hatred bubbles, because that's the only thing that perpetuates these kinds of mentalities is people who don't love themselves, who project that shit onto everyone else around them. That's what Trump is. He hates himself, and so he projects that feeling onto everything else around him. He doesn't love himself. You can tell. He looks in the mirror. You can tell just by the way he defends himself. Like when someone says something about him that he doesn't think is flattering about his personality, about his thoughts or views, he automatically just deflects and is like, that's fake news, or that's not true, or
well, he's
I'm actually
incapable of
the most
answering
powerful, I'm
a
actually the
question.
best at this, I'm actually the most knowledgeable about this,
Yeah.
I'm actually whatever. This like hubris, this hyperbole that he speaks in, right, is to overcompensate for his lack of love for himself, for his insecurity.
Yeah.
Because he's like, damn, am I doing a bad job? Damn, am I a racist? Damn, am I this?
Yeah, you
and
are.
And then he's like, no,
all of the above.
I must project onto everything else what people think I am. That's what they are. And that's an issue that is across the globe, but especially in America, is this arrogance and this inability to confront the self, because there's so much shame around making mistakes in this country. Like, there's good or bad, you know what I'm saying? There's no in between. So when you make a mistake, or when you say something incorrect, or when you know, you aren't as educated or woke as people want you to be, they will completely destroy you. They completely destroy you. They completely tear you down. They throw all the shame onto you. So that kind of deters people from wanting to even know the truth, because they're like, okay, well, I've been excommunicated from that community. You know, I've been excommunicated from being able to grow. I've been excommunicated from being able to shed those narratives that were fed to me, that I was indoctrinated with, right? Because we were all indoctrinated. We were all brainwashed into these mentalities, right? But if we don't create space for people to reconcile with that, and to, you know, without shame all over them, then we're going to continue to see people being completely dissonant, because it's like they don't actually believe what they're talking about, but there's no space for them to not believe it anymore.
Yeah. Those are all like perfect words to use for it too. I'm like, damn, bitch. Where did you go to school?
I went to school. I'm a high school dropout. I dropped out in junior year of high school because I had to start working. I started working in the group. So like, I'm self-taught. Like I research, I read articles, I read books.
But that's good. And it also shows you that like,
and I'm malleable. I don't believe that anything I know as of now is the ultimate truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm
we're always
aware
learning.
that I'm still learning. I'm 24 years old. I'm going to be learning for the rest of my life. So it's like every time that I'm presented with new information, with something that I didn't know before, I have the capacity to be like, wow, I was wrong about that. Let me restructure how I think about this, and let me research more. And when you have that mentality to life, like when you take life on with an open mind, you're able to grow. You're able to you know, shed those layers of yourself that didn't align with your true self. You know what I'm saying? Because again, we were all indoctrinated with these false narratives. Like, it's not like we all chose to be evil off that. You know, humans are not born inherently
Oh
evil.
God, I can't believe it. It's like no one is born with any of this stuff. It's like fully just
This is all
we're
taught,
brainwashed from the
beaten
get-go.
into us, shamed into us, guilted into us, ridiculed, humiliated. I mean, how many of us who, when we were little, we got bullied, like hardcore bullied because we were nice. You know,
That's so true. I
because
was
we
like,
were
I was
good
called
people.
Coconut Girl when I was in 6th grade because I was nice to my teachers. I went to Laurel Hall for half of a year, and which is, I mean, I'm a little Jewish girl. I'm like a little Jewish, blonde hair, blue eyed 6th grader, which is like the weirdest contradiction ever. And I'm also half German, so also weird. And then I was nice to all my teachers,
Ooh,
and
you
I
got a
became
lot.
good
You got a
friends with
lot
my.
ancestrally.
What'd you say?
I said you got a lot ancestrally,
Oh
spiritually.
yeah, and that's not even half of it. And then I was nice to my Bible studies teacher, and everyone was super fucking mean to him. And I was nice to him, and me and him became friends, and he was like my only friend at the school, and everyone called me Coconut Girl and like be mean. And it's like I could have either turned out to be a fucking school shooter if I let that get to my head, or I could have just been like, okay, these people are like insane. There has to be something like deeper and going on with them individually.
Yeah,
But it's
but
like not
even
everybody.
having that kind of mentality, that's because you had a strong home foundation, right? You have people at home who
I
encourage
mean,
you to be yourself,
but it's like
or at
it.
least people
It
around
also
you
is
that
just
encourage you to be who you are.
right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot
Hmm.
of people, they don't even have that when they go home, you know,
Yeah, and it's
or
like kids
anywhere, or
that are
friendships or
gay and they
nothing.
go home and their parents are fucking homophobes and they don't know how to say, hey, I actually like girls, or
Mm-hmm.
hey, I actually like guys, or hey, I actually want to be a guy, and then they have parents that are not accepting, and then and then they're gone forever because it's just things aren't handled correctly here.
Yeah.
And yes, like
There's just
America,
no
that's not the
space.
only place where that happens, but it's a tragedy. There's so many tragedies. Do you have
And it all stems from a lack of self-love.
yeah,
All of
do
it.
you have one of these pocket constitution?
Oh, no.
I have to send you one. It's from
Please send me a pocket constitution.
it's from the ACLU. It's a pocket constitution. These are
Let's go.
fucking
I
awesome. I
love the
have like a bunch of
ACLU.
these around my apartment. You need one.
Ooh.
I'm gonna tune back in. Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna smoke a cigarette, but I don't know if I could do it on live. We should just
Go
hop on
ahead.
FaceTime.
Do what you gotta do, girl. I mean, I'm not even, bitch, if I don't smoke cigs, but like anybody who does, I am not going to shit
Like,
on you.
listen, I get it right now.
Like Cardi posted this video of herself smoking 3 cigs at a time. I was like, girl, that is my mood right now. Like
Yeah,
if that
that's
was
me.
what I was on, that's
That's
what I was
literally
on. I
about to
was
be
smoking
me.
joints to the face. You feel me? Like that's
I
where
don't
I'm
smoke weed anymore. I used to smoke so much weed, but I don't smoke weed anymore. FaceTime me when you
when
get off
did
the
you make that
live.
shift? I need to make that shift.
I mean, I feel I like corner myself when I smoke weed now because I like get like super socially awkward.
Mm. I'm waiting for
But
the day that happens to me. I'm such a fucking functional smoker, dude. Like
really, I'm jealous. I used to be.
I'm hyper functional, bro. Like it feels like it doesn't even feel like I'm high. I just feel like myself. I don't know. That's probably not good.
I can't. That used to be me, but now I'm like, if I smoke weed in front of people, especially if I don't know people, then I'm like, just in the corner the whole time. I guess it's so awkward.
Not the
FaceTime me
best.
when you get off the live.
Huh?
FaceTime me when you get off the live.
Okay,
We're
for
just
sure.
I'm gonna say bye. Bye guys.
Bye.
Bye. I
Say
love
bye,
you. Mwah.
Jessa. Bye. All right. Guys, we love a good combo. We love a good combo. We went through a lot of topics there, honey. We went through a lot of topics. All right. It's fucking 4 o'clock in the morning. Jesus. Oh my God. Well, digest that. Go ahead and digest that. I think that's gonna be the one. I love that you don't, no evidence of the cig smoking. I love it. But do what you gotta do, people. I am not tripping over your vices today. Let me tell you. Do what you gotta do to feel okay. Truly. But my ass is gonna go to sleep because I deserve sleep now. Again, regardless of what happens, this man is a fascist. I'm gonna say it with my full chest for my whole life. I don't care. Hopefully they don't drag me out and put me in jail for it. That's the next step. They take away your freedom of speech. We'll see. Ooh, Nick Mello. Hey, Nick. Nick Mello and I went to school together since we were 3, and we haven't talked in a long time. Anyways, you can totally 100,000% disagree with everything I said. That's cool. But at least get in touch with yourself. If there's one thing you can take away from this life, no matter who you are or what you believe in, I want you to love yourself. And if you're not feeling like you really love yourself, like when I say that, when I'm like, hey, maybe love yourself. Maybe get to know yourself. Maybe research some stuff in books. Maybe read. Maybe meditate. Maybe do some yoga in the morning. Maybe start exercising. Maybe start drinking more water. And stop drinking soda. All of these things, they trap your third eye. And they don't let you see things for what they are. My third eye is clear, honey. Clear. Getting this crown chakra is clear. This throat chakra, you hear it clear. This heart chakra, clear. My solar plexus is on point now too. I'm working on my sacral and my root. So we're at. If you guys don't know about those, hop to it. Get your chakras aligned. Get your chakras together. Go online. Go into YouTube. They got chakra healing meditation music. That shit is bomb. That shit is amazing. I did this one on my throat chakra one time when I was feeling hella blocked and like I wasn't having constructive conversations with the people I loved in my life. And I was like, why is this so chaotic? And I was like, maybe my throat chakra's blocked. And bitch, I did a throat chakra healing meditation. Been communicating clearly ever since. And I maintain it. Again, do the chakras interfere with believing in God? That's a good question, babe. And no. God is transcendent of religion and dogma. So God is described differently in a bunch of different cultures, but God is universal. And your chakras will actually help you get clearing your chakras out and being more in tune with your energy centers in your body will actually bring you closer to God. Because then God can actually channel through you and move through you. Because God is an essence, God is an energy, right? So if you have blockages through all of your major energy channels in your body, God can't come in. And that's our issue, is that we're all out of motherfucking alignment. You know? America is out of whack, out of alignment. So many people are not living the truth. So many people are lying to themselves. So many people are lying to each other. So many of y'all are in relationships and you know you're cheating. So many of y'all say you believe in God and don't pray. Ever. Get in touch with yourself. Get in touch with yourself. America needs a good Reiki sesh. Yes. I don't know if there's any Reiki practitioners up in this live or watching this later. Send a little Reiki to Americans. Send a little Reiki to the third eyes, the heart chakras. That's all my prayers, all my candle lighting that I've been doing. My candle's burned out. And may God uplift their intention. May God uplift their intention. None of you guys have ever done candle work? Let me see. If the 3,562 of you that are here right now, go light a white candle. If you have a little white candle, like a tea light, you can do a candlestick, a votive, whatever you have. And say a little prayer of intention over it before you light it. Anoint it if you have any oils. Frankincense and myrrh help to amplify. Lavender for calm. Whatever kind of intention you want to put into the candle. But when you charge it, when you put the intention over it, you speak the intention over it before you light it, I want you to pray for people's hearts to open and people's minds to open in America or across the world, whatever you're feeling. And also pray for your own heart and your own mind to open. And let that bitch up. Light that bitch up. And let it burn until it's gone. Don't blow it out. Let it burn until it's gone. Put it in a safe place, obviously. Unattended flames are not encouraged. But light a fucking velita, y'all. If you can, how about we all get into a collective prayer mode right now? Sit together. Hold your hand out to me. We're touching hands. Take 3 deep breaths and call in spirit. Call in all your benevolent ancestors who guide and protect you and love you so much, who love this world so much and want to see it in its highest vibration. Call in all of your angels and light beings and guards and guides to be present with you as you ask for the raising of the vibration of America, of the United States of America and all of North America, all of South America, Central America, across the world, really. We ask that you raise the vibration and frequency of this planet. May the outcome of this election move us towards the path of progress. May we all move towards the light. May we shed away all of the false narratives and programming that keeps us in our lower vibrational states. May our hearts and our minds open, our crown chakras, our third eyes, our throat chakras, our heart chakras, our solar plexus chakra, our sacral chakra, our root, and all the celestial chakras that exist. May they open up. Open them up in me, Lord, and everyone that's listening to this message. Bring us peace. Inspire hope. Bring us light. Bring love into our hearts. Radiate through our entire beings, and may we continue to spread that, be that, and give that to ourselves and to one another as we journey through this next chapter of our lives together. Because we're all going through this together. Differently, but together. May we awaken the true spirit and essence of humanity, which is to love and be loved in accordance with your laws. And may we eradicate the hatred, the low vibrational self-hatred, the low vibrational rhetorics, all of the racism, misogyny, all of the isms that contribute to the pain and suffering of this planet. And we pray for Mama Gaia and her health. May she sustain us as we attempt to dismantle the things that are not allowing her to feel sustained. Amen. Ashe. And so it is. I'm sending you guys so much love. No matter what happens, we got this. You won't know why you were born. So listen. That's the only thing you can do, is listen to yourself and your heart. And anybody telling you that what we're fighting for or what we believe in is wrong, just know we're on God's side. And God's on our side. I promise. Ooh, heavy, heavy energy, heavy, heavy energy. Light those candles. I'm going to post this right now so you can listen back to the prayer while you're doing the candle if you want, and repeat it with me, or just play it while you do it and just listen and connect with your heart. Do what you can. Okay? And don't blame yourself for all the shit that's out of our control, because there's a lot out of our control right now. Don't blame yourself. Don't blame each other if things don't go the way that we wanted them to. This is bigger than, we're part of something way bigger. Feel me? All right, I love you. And I hope you have a good night. Ew, I can't believe I just said that. Good luck with tonight. Do whatever you can. Do what you can. I love you. I love you. I love humanity. And we're going to prevail, bitch. We're going to prevail. We're going to prevail one way or another. One way or another. I have a song for every moment, every word, every single word. I don't know why on that L challenge that I've done, I blank, because all day long, okay, all day long, if a word comes out of my mouth and there's a song that has that word in it, I'm going to sing it. If a word comes out of someone else's mouth and there's a song associated with it, I'm going to sing it. I'm going to sing it. I'm going to literally bring up that song. All right. I'm ending on the comedic note. Peace and blessings.